Hi everyone, today we're going to start a new chapter called Polynomials. So before getting into this chapter, we'll know a few things like variable, constant and term. So we'll see what is variable. Variable is nothing but a letter. It may be any letter from the alphabets A to Z. It changes its value frequently. I'll take a letter as x here, a variable x. If I consider the x value as 1, in any other equation, the x value will be changed. It may be 2, 3. That means variable changes its value frequently. Now we'll see what do you mean by constant. A constant is a numerical. A constant numerical means it means it's a number. It does not change its value. I'll give an example here. 1, 2, 3, so on. Wherever you go, the value of 1 remains the same. The value of 2 remains the same. It does not change. Now the next is term. So what do you mean by term? It may be a single number. It may be a single number, or it may be a variable, or it may be a combination of both number and variable. I'll give an example here as 2x for the combination of both variable and a number. If I include only single number, this will be the example. If I include this, the example will be this. So single number, it can be a variable, it can be a combination of both number and a variable. I hope these three concepts are clear with you. The next one we'll see, that is expression. So what do you mean by expression? It's a combination of numbers, variables and operators. Operators are nothing but plus, minus, multiplication and division. But we don't have one thing, that is we don't have equal sign here. It's a combination of numbers, variables, operators without equal sign. This is used, expression is used to show the value of something. Expression is used to show the value of something. I'll give an example here. 7x plus 2, 3x plus 4. You can see here number, variable and the operators as well. So we should have little knowledge about equations as well. So now we'll see what is equation. Equation contains numbers, variables, operators with equal sign. The difference here is it contains equal sign, whereas in expression we don't have equal sign. So example here, if we find the value of x here, both hand side becomes equal. I can solve it as like this. 7x is equals to 7. Value of x will become 1. If I substitute in this equation, here the LHS and RHS becomes equal. The only difference between expression and equation is it contains two expressions. They are set equal to each other. If we find the value of x, we can see here both will become equal. The LHS and RHS becomes equal. Whereas in expression, we don't have the sign called equal. As we are clear with variable, constant, term, expression and equation. Now we'll get into the topic called what is polynomial. So polynomial is an expression with one or more terms. So as we can see here, this polynomial is written in two different colors. Poly means many, nomial means terms. So what is polynomials? It contains an expressions with one or more terms, that is many terms, is called as polynomial. Now we'll see its types. Types of polynomials are divided on the basis of degree and terms. We'll see one by one. Now we'll see based on terms as well as based on degrees. In based on terms, we have in this based on terms we have monomial, binomial, trinomial, constant polynomial and higher number of terms. In based on degrees, we have linear, quadratic, cubic, biquadratic. But according to our textbook, we have till cubic based on degrees. Now we'll see one by one. We'll go with based on terms. So here we have already said as well, based on terms we have monomial, binomial, trinomial, constant polynomial and higher number of terms. The name itself says mono. Mono means single, or we can also say it as one. A polynomial with just one term, a polynomial with just one term is said to be monomial. I'll give an example here. 4x square, 2x. Single terms, that is only one term. Now we'll see binomial. So bi means 2. A polynomial with 2 terms is called as binomial. So I'll give an example here. 5x square plus 2. Another example, 4x plus 5. We got 2 separate terms, 2 terms. And we have an operator to separate the terms, that is I have used here plus. We can give it as minus as well to separate the terms. We have 2 terms and it is separated by an operator called as minus. So now the third one is trinomial. Tri means 3. Polynomial with 3 terms. Polynomial with 3 terms is said to be trinomial. Example, 3x square plus 5x plus 2. See, 1, 2, 3 terms separated by an operator called plus. I can write it right minus as well. Here minus I'll give as operator. Here I'll use the operator plus. So 3 terms. Now we'll see what do you mean by constant polynomial. Polynomial that contains only constant number. A polynomial that contains constant number are called constant polynomial. I'll give an example here. I'll give just number. Constant is nothing but a number. 12, 54. As I've already said, wherever you go, the value of the number will not be changed. So in constant polynomial, what happens? The polynomial that contains only constant number, that is said to be a constant polynomial. Now we'll see higher number of terms. An expression that contains more than 3 terms. More than 3 terms. We can also say it as polynomial. These all mono, bio, trio, constant and higher number of terms comes under a category called polynomials. I'll give an example here. 12x cubed plus 10x square plus 7x plus 4. So more than 3 terms. You can see 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. More than 3 terms is said to be polynomial. Now we got to know the types of polynomials. In that we have learned based on terms. Now based on degrees we'll see. So based on degrees. So we have linear, quadratic, cubic and biquadratic. So based on degree. What do you mean by degree? The highest power of x is called the degree of polynomials. I'll give an example here. 4x to the power 4 plus 3x cube plus 2x square plus 4x plus 5. So the highest power of x, is 4 here. So the highest power of x is called as degree of polynomial. So based on the power of x, we have linear polynomial, quadratic, cubic and biquadratic. So we'll see one by one. So first we'll go with linear polynomial. So a polynomial in which the highest power of x is 1. That is a polynomial with degree 1 is said to be linear polynomial. So what do you mean by linear polynomial? A polynomial in which the highest power of x is 1. The highest power of x is 1. So in general we can say that the polynomial with the degree 1 is said to be a linear polynomial. The general form of this is ax plus b, where a and b are constant here and whereas x is a variable. In this equation, a should not be equals to 0. If the constant is 0, then that is a into 0. A into 0 is 0. So it won't become linear polynomial. So in linear polynomial, the general form I have given you ax plus b, where a and b are constant, x is a variable, but a should not be equals to 0. If a becomes 0, then no more it will be a linear polynomial. So the next one is quadratic polynomial. As I have seen, linear to the power of 1. Quadratic. Quadran is nothing but quadram means square. The name itself says quadram is square. A polynomial with a degree 2 is called quadratic polynomial. A polynomial with degree 2 is called quadratic polynomial. The general form is x square plus bx plus c, where a should not be equals to 0. Whereas in cubic, a polynomial with the degree 3 is said to be cubic, that is x to the power of cube. Here also the general form is ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d, where a should not be equals to 0. Whereas in biquadratic, the degree of x will be 4. So general form x4 plus bx cube plus cx square plus dx plus e, where a should not be 0. So this is degrees of polynomials. So for today we'll stop the session, and next class we'll continue the further things.